The 45 degrees back extension or any of those variations, common piece of equipment in a lot of gyms. Usually people are going to assume a position like so and do the big arch up and down thing back and forth. In some cases that's okay or even indicated depending on the person's issue. If someone is very flexion intolerant as determined by one of our exams or has a history of that's how they tend to hurt themselves, so the underlying joint structures may not be quite tolerant to that as far as the healing and rehabilitation process. One of the ways we can still get a little of the endurance out of the motion and actually add a little extra reaction time would be some punching motions while kind of holding it static. This is almost similar to some of the posterior rocking arm raises where you're on all fours, you sit back onto the heels and raise the arm each way to get a little more extensor action, except we can kind of vary the angle a little bit more as we go across to stretch out a little more. So when we get up into it, I like to think I'm almost having like a slight athletic stance. So a little bit of into dorsiflexion on the feet on the pad, thigh, just on the front of the pelvis, just so I get a little bit more leverage on the back to make sure I'm actually firing my extensors, since that's the goal of the exercise. So when I line up onto it, I kind of do the same zipping up sequence that I do with most other exercises. Feet are planted in, a little tension through the hips, core strong, breathing is normal and rhythmic, shoulder blades are down, head's long. So when I bring both my arms up and I can hold that position, I'm going to start to have a little bit of an endurance load just to keep myself from falling forwards. And one way to increase the amount of load on that is to do a small dumbbell punch out in each direction. So as I put the arm out more, I get more tension. If I go out just a little bit, I get less. We can start with just body weight if we're in super beginner level, or even just keep one arm down and it has little handles as we go each way and pass back and forth. But otherwise what we can do is we can just kind of do the same around the clock as we do with the lower body. Go out to like 3 o'clock, go to 9 o'clock, hit 2 o'clock, I can hit 10 o'clock, hit 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and do like a reach up to 12, and then come back down. So as I go out to the side, especially if I just do a side weight pass each way, I have to bounce between the opposite sides of my spine to kind of counterbalance in different ways. So you have to have kind of a dial-in wave function going back and forth as the weight moves. So we're not really moving the joint too much. We can keep it in kind of a safe spot as it's healing, but we can still use this piece of equipment and a little bit of resistance to get a little bit more endurance load on top of it, and then get a little bit of bounce reaction time to see as we go from right to left to different angles. If we feel there's like a small delay or a little catch in between, that can be a little bit more of a timing issue than a strength one. So we want to smooth that out over time by giving those little bounces back and forth.